Hey gang, Cicada coming at you, and today we are taking a look at the Tripredicus team. We have C-Clamp, the Lobster, Ramhorn, the Rhinoceros Beetle, and Cicada the Cicada. So let's go ahead and take a look at these guys really quickly. This is what appears to be a rock lobster, or maybe it's a crayfish. I haven't actually been able to haven't really been able to get a good definition on what this. Ramhorn is a rhinoceros beetle, and that's about all you can say about that. And Cicada is a cicada. He does have these extending wings gimmick, but I don't know what purpose that really serves. So let's go ahead and take a look at these guys individually and get them transformed. Going to start off with Cicada here, and I've already gone ahead and taken out the little wing thingies. So to get them transformed is actually quite simple. First thing, just get the wings such that they're out of the way. Then fold these side panels down. That will allow you to fold the legs out. Close those side panels up. Flip the whole front of the bug down, and while you're doing that, flip the arms out of the way. And open up the back here and flip out the head and give the rub symbol a nice little rub. It's Predicon. And there you have it, Cicada in robot mode. Now, I do actually like Cicada. He's pretty simple, he poses well, and he's really, really easy to transform, which is nice. He is a nice change from, say, Magnaboss and those guys. But I like him. He's got good colors, purple, green. I like the wings being clear, and he just looks pretty good. He is a little bit top-heavy due to all of his bulk being up here, but sometimes you can get him in poses and use the wings as stability, which is nice. So let's go ahead and look at C-Clamp next. And here we have C-Clamp in lobster mode. Posability in lobster mode is actually pretty good. So let's go ahead and get him transformed into robot mode. First thing we're going to do is, as you saw earlier, just split his head apart. Then I like to take the lobster feet and fold them up behind the lobster head. And then just fold all these down like that. Take the entire rear of the figure and flip it around at 180 degrees. Then come in here to the tail and fold out the legs. Open up the chest. Flip up the robot head. And here we have C-Clamp. And C-Clamp is pretty good. He carries over the purple into this mode, just like Cicada did, or the same purple that Cicada had. His face is a little bit, it's a little bit underpainted. The Japanese face, he's actually really dark blood red. The Japanese figure, these guys are Maximals in the Japanese figures. And I think this one looks fine, but I kind of like the Japanese one a little bit better. Plus, he comes with castanets in the Japanese toy, so that's pretty cool. He's got plenty of posability, and he stands up just fine. He doesn't really have any top-heavy problems, as long as you keep the arms in such a way that it doesn't affect the overall figure. So, let's go ahead and take a look at Ramhorn next. And here we have Ramhorn. Now, I have to go on record as saying, out of all the three, this is my least favorite, because he is so complex. You won't see that right away until we do the full transformation for the combination. But to start, we have to split I don't know if that's a thorax or what. So we'll split that, come under here and just fold out the legs. Reach in here and flip out the arms. You split that piece open you split this open just so you can fold these parts up so you could get the bug legs out of the way. Rotate the bug head around, open it up to form Ramhorn's face, and there we go, that's it. He does have a weapon in the back, stored in his back, which it's kind of a pain in the ass to get to because it folds up, connects to the back, and then folds up in here, but it's really a pain to get to it. So it's kind of just a big claw that you plug in here. And my figure just doesn't want to stay together all that well. He doesn't peg in. His pegs don't stay together. He's super top heavy, or I should say back heavy actually, because there's this large joint back here that's important in the combined mode, but it just doesn't stand up that well and doesn't hold together that well, and I just really don't care for this figure at all. As you can see, I'm struggling to keep him standing up. So, you know what, enough of that. As you can see, the purple is carried over from the other guys. Let's go ahead and get these guys merged up. I'm going to start with C-Clamp. First thing we're going to do is come under here, and under his tail section is this little white thing, which will come into play a little bit later. So we'll just return him to beast mode. And by return him to beast mode, I mean kind of return him to beast mode. Because in order to get him into the full mode, we actually have to take apart his undersection like that, and then just get all this stuff just kind of moved and set up in a way that, this is where those claws come into play. We just got to get him set up in such a way that everything works all right. Now see, I deployed the claws. You don't have to, but I did. And just to show you, the combined mode will stand actually even better if you don't. So just get everything set up like that, and then we can move on. So, Cicada, going to rotate, or just put the robot head back. And this gets a little bit interesting. We're going to take the whole bug section, or the bug head section, flip that up and back into place. Then we're going to take the arms, and as you can see the robot. Kitten, what are you doing? Just rotate the arms back. When we do that, we'll pull those side panels out. Excuse me for a second. Okay, where was I? So, we have them like this, and we'll rotate these sections down. Then we'll take the legs, split them apart, just get them folded up out of the way like that. And then you take the legs and you actually collapse them and just kind of leave them. You can either leave them like this, or you can just kind of point them in. I mean, you could do whatever you want with them. They're just kind of this is just to get them out of the way. I like to try to get them such that they're just kind of split like that. So there we go. We have Tripredicus' torso ready. Now for the one part that I hate. Ramhorn. You're going to unpeg Ramhorn, and then you're going to fold up the legs like that. Then you fold this whole section in upon itself. You put what are the robot arms as straight down as you can, and then the robot legs just kind of sit up here, pegged together like this. And then, I know that looks really stupid, and trust me, it is. Then you come back here, you fold those up out of the way so you fold these shell bits out of the way so you can get this whole section to lift up like this, and then you slide it out like that. And then what you can do with these sections is come in here and then reconnect them to form a cohesive shoulder. And this whole section, you just get it, just kind of get everything situated such that it's not in the way. And trust me, it is a pain in the butt getting all this. What you do with this whole section is you come around to Cicada and you flip up the head and open that back panel. This back panel actually has a little groove for this bar, and that bar has a little notch cut out of it for the head of Cicada. So you just kind of slide that in close it up, snap it down. And then finally you come under here and snap the little bastard into place. Peg, snap. And here we have Tripredicus. Besides the arms being completely and utterly stupid, the figure is actually pretty cool. I just wish Ramhorn wasn't a piece of crap. Now, he also has a weapon. How is that weapon formed? Take the white bit from C-Clamp, the weapon from Ramhorn, plug them together, and then insert the wings from Cicada as missiles, and then this is held by this arm. And you have this big ass scissor weapon that fires missiles. So, Tripredicus. He is one bad mofo. I mean, he looks awesome, except for the Ramhorn bits. I hate the Ramhorn bits. But otherwise, he's pretty cool. Postability, kind of limited, but not too bad. He's actually not nearly as top-heavy as Magnaboss. So, should you pick him up? You know what? If you see him online or see him on a yard sale for 20, 30 bucks, I would totally get him. Any more than that, I'd stay away. But you know what? Out of the two combiners, Tripredicus is my favorite. And I am glad that I own him.